All right. Hey, good morning, First Christian Church. It is Wednesday. It is the weekly update. Just letting you know some of the things, of course, that are happening. We have the youth Valentine's Day luncheon, which is going to be Sunday, February the 13th. So that's really just 3 weeks away. So they're still selling tickets for that. They're $5 a piece. It's going to be immediately after the service on that Sunday. So we'd love to have you join us. You need to see a youth. You need to see Chris. You need to see someone who's going to be able to help get you the tickets. But please, they're $5 a piece, and we would love for you to be there. All right. Also, some people have been asking, we didn't do Philemon on Sunday. And that's okay. I told you to have it read because it's such a small book. And so, I wasn't going to really touch on it. It's a good book, but we're in Hebrews this week. So I'll get to the introduction to Hebrews for us in just a minute. Also, I met last night. This is the education chair talking. I met last night with the teachers. We've got quite a few of them that are ready to go, that are there to support each other and to help each other. We are still missing the littlest of kids who need a teacher. We're still missing junior high. Right now we have it, since we don't have a lot of junior high students here, we got 4th through 7th grade. So if you would like to help volunteer to be a teacher for that age group, please let me know. And but starting February 1st, or not first, the first Sunday of February is when we're going to be having the other classes ready to go. So we've got high school, we have early education, then we're also going to have younger too. So we're getting there. All right. So make sure you come to Sunday school. We've got the men's, or not the men's. We've got one of the classrooms for adults that's over in the fellowship hall. We've got another one in here. And then we've got some of the kids. So we're working on it. Just be patient with us as we continue to work on getting the teachers. And we've got the curriculum. We've got the materials. There's not much planning for you on your part to be able to be a teacher. It's all laid out for you. You just have to know it. So not that hard. All right, so that's good. But this week we are going to be doing the book of Hebrews. And obviously this book is going towards the Jewish Christians, so if you've been reading through the New Testament and you've been reading about some of the conflicts that were happening between the Jewish Christians and the Gentile Christians, and what was happening with that, and how they were asking certain things of the Gentile Christians to become more Jewish in order for them to transfer being over to being just a regular Christian. A follower of Christ. They needed to do this and needed to do that. Well, see, the writer of Hebrews wanted to make sure he put a stop to all of that. He wanted to remind the Jewish Christians of their history, of things that what they knew and held true when it came to the high priest, when it came to traditions, when it came to all those things. But now there's a new element in this, and that is the element of Jesus that they had to incorporate into their religious being in order for them to fulfill what they needed to do. So it was moving from that to this, and how did Jesus come in and do all that? Well, here's something that happens in the first chapter. Starting in verse 1, it says this: in the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets at many times and in various ways, right? So we read through the prophets. We read all those books. We read how the prophets were there and they were talking to the Jews and the Israelites and trying to get them to do this and that and trying to help them see all the things that they needed to do. So the prophets were there and in various ways and miracles and so forth. Then it says this: but in these last days he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom also he made the universe. Through whom he made the universe. And so when we look at that, a lot of us are going to be thinking, what do you mean he made the universe through Jesus? Oh, I am so glad you asked. And I don't do this very often, but when you go back and you look at the book of John, you can see what he's talking about. So John chapter 1 is the reference that we have for this. It coincides. All right, it says this. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing that was made had been made. In him was life, and that life was the light for all mankind. So going back to that, going back to John, and the writer of Hebrews is going, listen, because of Jesus, the universe was made through Jesus. God, through Jesus, made everything around, made the universe, made everything that was alive. And now, through Jesus, we have this new life. Do you see that? That's exciting stuff. And if you're reading in Hebrews, you get to see that, and you should be able to remember that from John. It all works together, all of it. And it brings us together. All of it. All right. I will see you Sunday. Have a great day, and we love you, and we'll talk to you later. All right. Bye, everybody.